Hi all, welcome in. Okay, so, alright, there's different messages coming through today. The powers of Earth, the powers of Earth magic's coming through again, but not the power of Earth magic. Not a lot of Earth magic coming through today, but still Earth energy. But a lot about the great awakening, you awakening to self, you going through a DNA replication, an upgrade, solar plexus coming through, root chakra coming through, laying a strong foundation, going within, working with the emotions, deep diving, needing to reflect, needing to rest. That's still coming through, but not as much today. But anyway, we'll get into the messages and I'll go more into everything, tell you exactly what did come out. Okay, so when I was channeling, I got citrine coming through, being very important. That's the solar plexus. Citrine is for the solar plexus, for empowerment, for abundance, happiness, creativeness, that will, that go-getter energy, the sun energy. Okay. Also coming through was impala. So this could be a confirmation for you. I was getting both the animal and a car. I was also getting what type of a Chrysler Impala? No. I don't know. So I was getting the car from Supernatural coming through. So that I think that was an Impala. I don't know. But when I looked at the car, it made me think of Supernatural. So maybe even the show Supernatural could be significant for you, or you are supernatural. You are one of a kind. You're one in a million. That's coming through. That rarity energy coming through. This car that I saw was $100,000. So that's so expensive. For me, that's just a waste of money. You could use that money better, but anyway. So that $100,000 car was coming through. It's an 8-cylinder. That may be significant as well. So maybe you have this car. Maybe you will be receiving $100,000, or that amount is significant for someone. Oh, an SS, that's the car it was. It was an SS, or that's what came through SS. It was black. There was also a gold one that stood out. Black and gold, that song now coming back through again. Okay, so maybe somebody doesn't want to be without you. Maybe somebody has gone after riches and realised that that's not what brings happiness. Okay, maybe somebody that has bad breath, because bad breath was coming out. Female who is refined, an old wise owl. I was getting an old wise soul coming out. My candle, was candle gazing and got the aura expansion. So you could be going through a time of expansion, a fire expansion, solar plexus expansion. Yes, you are. Okay, because that came through. Solar plexus upgrades. Okay, DNA upgrades, reformation, like a pulling. DNA. Where did that come through? DNA reformation, but it was unbinding and binding again, like so let me explain what it's called. I just want to get so DNA replication. So what DNA replication is they pull apart. So DNA strands are like connected like this. You have a DNA strand. This isn't how the picture is, but they like spiral together. Okay, so when they replicate DNAs, they pull that apart pretty much, and then they make two. Okay, so that DNA, you going through genetic codes and DNA replication, and an upgrade of breaking the bonds to be reformed anew. That's what I got. Okay, so one becoming two. So maybe there's a separation happening, but I was getting this internally, like a self being torn apart and being reformed sort of thing. But it could be, twin flames, two souls, I don't know, but that was sort of what was coming through. Time bender coming through as well with the candle when I was gazing at the candle. So you may have the ability to bend time. Oh, that did come through about, not worrying about with this card, which I'll read out later, about bending time, the ability, so you may have the ability to bend time, so don't worry about time. Time will bend around you, or time, you will be able to bend time to suit yourself if you believe it. Okay, I got wicked ways, and then I got bad seed later, so maybe this person with bad breath, because I'm getting drawn to that, who has expensive cars, I don't know, is a bad seed. I don't know. That bad seed is coming, and skulls coming through. Maybe skulls is in regards to that. Maybe they like skulls or whatever, or crystal skulls could be significant. Maybe you have a crystal skull. There is mythology about them being very magical. Okay, magical. You are magical. Okay, spirit draws handles. Okay, so you may be getting signs from spirit that spirit is around you. Maybe and handles. I talked about handles in the last reading. Maybe your door handles, the handles are opening, or the door handles are latching, like making a noise. I don't know. So, or that may be a sign, particular handles. My nan was coming. These sort of give me my nan. Like yesterday, the other one with the shape of the handle gave my nan. So a lot of Victorian era stuff coming through. So maybe your ancestors are coming through, your loved ones, with saying hello, I'm here, because, or that era is definitely significant, the Victorian era, with King Henry coming out and Queen Elizabeth coming out, with a death coming out, a wreath. I saw a wreath and a death. It could be a death to one part of yourself and a new beginning for another. Old days used. Okay, so Mary and Elizabeth, those names, and Henry could be significant, but King Henry, he's had 6 wives, that could be significant. Henry the 8th, I am, that song was coming through as well, so 8 could be significant. I am affirmations could be significant. Okay, so the period, the Elizabethan Victorian era periods was 1485 to 1603, with I'm getting 1542 and 1547 being significant. That was the time that King Henry ruled, King Henry the 8th, that is, because there was 8 of them, I think. I don't know if there was more than 8, but I also got giving birth at 13, young wives. I also talked about, I've gone off my notes. I shouldn't have gone off. But also talked about, I just don't want to make sure, about someone being shy, reserved, holding back sexually. Pink roses coming through with fuchsia being significant. And then I got blushing, so somebody may be blushing. This is why I'm getting young love, romance, new love. But then I also got yeast infections, like pink staining, yeast infections, PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome, or perimenopausal. So you could be either of these. So you could be very young, or you could be not very old, but you could be perimenopausal, or maybe even young and going through this already. Okay, going down the rabbit hole. Okay, so take that, how I'm not going to explain that, but okay. And so that leads me back to this, so maybe there's a 13-year-old giving birth, okay? Maybe you're this young 13-year-old, I don't know. But that was coming through. What else did I have about that? Okay, so the War of the Roses was coming through with the Tudor period with King Henry VIII, because that was the war when he was involved. I think he reigned after that war, but it was because there was a marriage of two star-crossed lovers, like that. I just got star-crossed lovers, unified the war, unified nations. So what I'm getting is that two people are going to unify nations. They're going to bring people together, like, because it was two families that stopped war. So maybe this couple, this marriage of two, is going to stop wars. Okay, there is a lot about divine unions coming together to create peace and unity in the world. So that world sort of thing coming out as well. Okay, dynasties coming out, ancient Egypt and imperial China coming out. So maybe there's gonna be, I don't know, like this two are gonna bring ancient Egypt and imperial China maybe together. I don't know, but those may be significant to you. Maybe you have past lives, past history in ancient Egypt and China. Chicago Bulls was coming out as well, so you may be a tourist. Like, bulls automatically make me think of tourists, but it also makes me think of strength and perseverance. Okay, then I was getting kid goat coming out, GOAT, giving greatest of all time, that saying. So you could be the greatest of all time, or this era could be the greatest of all time. This union is the greatest of all time. Like, it's going to be seen as the greatest of all time. Okay, okay, I'll go on to that. I'll go back to where I was. Sorry, I've went off track. So maybe somebody has gone off track, okay, but coming back to self. You've gone off track, but you're being rerouted back to self. Okay, but everything happens for a reason, okay? Okay, so slowly retreating backwards. Okay, so somebody may be slowly retreating backwards. When I went into the bedroom to check something out, I did like a tiptoe backwards. I don't know why I did that, but that's relevant. Like, I did that for this, I think. So someone's slowly retreating backwards. Maybe this is an op of yours, or somebody that's not in your best interest. Maybe they saw your true energy, or they got whiff of something. Okay, fog, mist, water and spray coming back. So maybe something was returned back to them. Maybe the fist. Ooh, a fist. Okay, fist getting returned back. I don't like that, but I was going to say fog and mist. Maybe the fog and mist is clearing. Okay, woodlands, sacred savannah, the name. I got a name for that, so your name could be Savannah, you could know a Savannah, but there's woodlands coming through, and fast, agile. So something happening really fast, but you being able to maneuver your way around something that happens. Okay, 40 plus, you could be 40 plus, and you could be a feminine, that coming through. Large herds, blue eyes, you could have blue eyes, somebody else could have blue eyes. 1967 could be significant, so if you could be 59, or this person could be 59. Large herds, I was getting mass numbers. Well, what did I get that for? There was something else. Anyway, large herds, large numbers. I did get the freedom card come out, and that had a lot of birds. So there could be large in the world now. There could be large numbers of people finding their freedom. Okay, or taking flight. On their inspirations, their gifts, their. Okay, then I got roller skating. So roller skating could be significant for you or somebody around you. Cogs, the machine, cogs in the works. Okay, so something's in the works. Something is in the works, they're saying, but you need to avoid temptation. There's a need to avoid temptation because holy union is close. Okay. Maze, like I was getting the labyrinth mazes, but round mazes where you have to, okay, so circles, crop circles maybe coming through the sky, because then I got sky reserve. Oh no, so crop circles, sky, reserved, holding back, I talked about that. Okay, so I'll go into the next thing. So what else did I get? These are all channeled messages. Pursuing your dream as a country singer. Okay, I got that. So somebody may be pursuing their dream as a country singer, or that is a sign to pursue your dream as a country singer, if that's what acceptance is near that too. So maybe accepting that you are a country singer, accepting to pursue your goal as a country singer. Okay, what is God trying to teach you? Okay, acceptance of, because we had finding peace, ending the war, being true and authentic to yourself. It's in God's hands now. Okay, so something, trying to find peace, ending the war, being true and authentic, and this situation that they're talking about is all in God's hands now. It's in God's hands now. You've tried to find peace. You've tried to end the war. You're being true and authentic. Okay, but you need to accept what is and know what is God, because you're going through a learning period right now. So God's saying, what do you need to learn? Or the divine is saying, what do you need to learn? What is God trying to teach you at this time? Why are you going through this experience? What have you learnt? Okay. I've got so many notes. I'm sorry, this is going to be a long one. Thoth coming through with light codes, leader, initiation, divine magic. You may be seeing mirroring numbers. Okay, but I get that you're being upgraded now into leadership, into divine magic. Flower patterns could be significant. Flowers are significant. Daisies in particular. Okay, did I talk about daisies? Okay, I didn't talk about daisies. So daffodils and daisies significant. They represent innocence, happiness, feeling young and alive, love, cherish, loyalty, favoured, purity, new beginnings. Okay, so I'm getting sort of a new beginning in love. This is giving me love, a new beginning of innocent love, happiness, feeling young, alive, loyal, pure, a pure new beginning. Okay, and fertility was coming out as well. Okay, dusk and dawn, I'm getting you're being asked to arise, because they open and close at dusk and dawn, or something about that. But I got the feeling that, you're getting asked to rise at dusk and go and retire at dawn, getting up and with the sun and retiring with the sun. Okay, because you are the sun. Okay, so daisies are used for cough, inflammation, kidney problems, and muscle pain in maybe the old Victorian era. In the old days, they used to be used for gout, stomach pains, fever, and eye issues. And because I know a little bit about science and stuff, the body, it gave me mucous membranes, which made sense that they're used for the kidney. What does it say? Kidney problems, because all these issues down here that I talked about affect the mucous membranes. So the eyes are mucous membranes. Stomach pains, the mucous membranes in the intestines and stuff. So I'm getting, it flushes the system, or it helps to cleanse out the system. That's why it helps with those issues. So maybe there is something that you're cleansing as well. Also, more edible flowers. So maybe you're getting asked to eat flowers, or you're looking for flowers that are edible. Okay, so some of those are the daisy, calendula, chamomile, and dandelions. Okay, but just some of these you can pick off the side of the road or whatever, but if you please don't do that, because they could be sprayed. You need to be careful on what you're consuming, that it's not sprayed with pesticides. Same with your fruits and vegetables. I saw a video the other day about berries being sprayed. So really pay attention to what you're eating right now. Okay. So we talked about solar plexus upgrade, inner fire, strength, courage, and leadership being upgraded. All okay. A channeled message I got was, arise, dear one. There is much yet to be discovered. Okay, so they're asking you to arise. You know, solar plexus has been upgraded so you can arise, because there's still so much you have to discover. Time to grow, to create projects, goals, intention setting. Okay, all this solar plexus, working on your solar plexus, working on your goals, working on your manifestations, working on intention setting, and starting projects. Okay, ATCG may be significant for somebody, those initials. I get that you're transcending, you're ascending, you're rising up, you're the sunflower, and I've got the vision of a sunflower rising, you know, like being like this and then opening up. So okay, so I get that sunflowers could be significant for you. Genetic codes, DNA replication, base chakra upgrades. We talked about that, so I won't keep on talking about that. You're 1 in a million. Selfless devotion, willingness to be in service, duty, dedicated to goals and outcomes. The reason I got that was this card, when I got the cards out, this card was in a different deck. So that means it's significant for me. So I get that, you know, this is you and your, you know, so maybe you're even dedicated to animals, or you work with animals, or you're volunteering at a veterinary clinic or something. But, you know, I get that you are selfless and you are dedicated to the divine, to your goals, to your outcomes. You are selfless in love too. You're very loving. Okay. You're building a strong foundation, being honest and stoking the fire within. Okay, so you need patience, because you're reconstituting. So you're coming back together. Okay, because you've been broken apart and now you're being forged again. Okay, I got the sacral coming out, the womb coming out, formation of brilliance, creation. So your sacral is forming again, your ability to create, so you may have just gone through some sacral, some womb healing, okay, and you're forging a brilliance, a creation that is brilliant. Okay, going through some life lessons that you will get through, just ride the waves. Okay, so I got that you know, you may be going through life lessons right now. Waves, and concentrate on the growth. Be open to changes, go with the flow. Trust your intuition as you go through this emotional roller coaster. Okay, get that. That's what you're needing to do, working on your emotions, going deep within. Okay, fish were significant. Okay, their symbology is the ability to navigate your inner feelings and spiritual depths with grace. Okay, so you have now achieved that, or you are achieving that. Okay, I think that's what you're achieving now with this thing that you are going through. Okay, fish also mean prosperity and abundance in the mind. So wisdom, okay, the knowledge and wisdom, okay, maybe even to bring this in, we talked about manifesting. Native American culture could also be significant for you. Emotions, your emotions are not falling. A call to swiftly flow and change. Okay, so you're needing to flow and change. You're needing to stop stagnating. There's something that needs to shift. Okay, physically, mentally, spiritually, or romantically. Okay, they're the things that are coming out. So you need to decipher which one of those it is for you. Embrace a new way forward. Stop holding on to past emotions and dive right in. Okay, dive right into those emotions. Okay, so you need to stop. This card talks about, you know, that came out with these cards. I kept them out because they're irrelevant to one another. Okay, so what we're just talking about, emotions. I've got sidetracked, sorry. Okay, so needing to dive right into your emotions, needing to cut cords that are holding you back. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so this card says herein lies the wisdom. So you're needing to deep dive into the emotions, because, you know, you're a Queen of Swords right now, so you need to so you can come out and be the Queen of Cups. You know, you're needing to take this deep dive because you've gone, you know, you're a warrior, you're the Queen of Swords right now, you have the strength, and you will need the strength to do this. Okay, so what first come out was find the lessons, discover your purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning, you know, and it has a Victorian era too coming out here. So you're needing to learn the lessons right now. You're learning some sort of lesson, okay, that's asking you to go deep within, okay, which is gonna return you back to reality, bring you back to home, bring you back to grounded, centered self, you know, bring you back to yourself. But you need to go within this deep dive first. You need to learn these lessons first, okay? Wake up. It's your moment, and it's your moment to wake up, okay? You're being called to wake up. You know, which is leading you into your abundance and that. Look how abundant this card is. Okay, so there were the cards that come out there. Okay, so with the Victorian era, I was getting rich, decadent, and freedom. So you're coming into your Victorian era, maybe, okay, into your rich, decadent era of freedom. A mass awakening, I'm getting that on a global scale. A voyage to fulfillment being illuminated, so that is being illuminated to you right now. Peaches coming through with millions for you. So maybe you're drawing in millions of dollars, okay, or millions of peaches. Peaches give me abundance, dollars, you know, and also busty bum. That's what I wrote down. So you could have a voluptuous bum. Okay, but you're getting asked to follow the yellow brick road, follow the signs, flow with life, flow with the divine to your success. Cockatoos. Cockatoos were coming out. Please go and see the significance of that bird. I'm getting, you know, flamboyant. Like, cockatoos are very, they're talkative as well. They're very loud. So maybe you're coming into an era where you're going to be seen, because cockatoos are very large. They're big birds. They have a yellow crest. They're cocky. That's why they're called a cockatoo. They're very cocky birds. So you're coming into that power, that sense of power. Also, pumas and panthers coming through that. They're very powerful animals too. Okay, you're venturing into the great unknown. Sunlight, skies, paradise. Okay, sunlit skies, paradise. So warm nights. Okay, so, or maybe you're going on a holiday to paradise. Okay. But you're needing to be open and courageous to find inner peace, to find the strength to transform and persevere, okay, through this stage of life. Because you're transforming from a fish to a dragon, okay? Because you're at the dragon's gate, okay? Achieving massive personal growth. This is what you're doing. You're achieving massive personal growth, okay? Moon cycles, menstrual cycles are significant too, so maybe look at that if your menstrual cycle is coinciding with the moon cycles, okay? Or there's something about that creativity around the moon cycles, when to create, when not to create, things like that. Great power, fortune and wisdom, harmony and balance, the Holy Grail coming through. Learning to love thyself, rest and recuperate so you can be led onto your path. Okay, so you so need to go in, work on these emotions, go within to get your guidance, you know, so you can see your next step forward. Remember that you are magical and powerful. You hold the light within. Your hands are powerful. Okay, so that takes me onto these cards. The reason I say your hands are powerful is, look at these cards. The Holy Grail. This gives me the Holy Grail. So you are holding the Holy Grail. Okay, the Holy Grail is within your hands. It gives me, okay, look here. Light in her hands. Light in her hands. Light in her hands. Okay, so the Holy Grail is within you. The light is within you. Your power is within you. That power might be in your healing capabilities. Okay, so that's why I kept those out. But this card was the main focus too when I was speaking to the dragons. Okay, and this is, you are walking the path of perfection to discover paradise. That's why we just talked about that sunset skies and that. Do not hurry. It will happen one way or another. Take small steps and enjoy the journey. It will happen one way or another. Enjoy the journey. Take the steps. Follow divine guidance. Because you're going to get there one way or another. Because your wishes are coming true. I got tarot out. And your wishes are coming true. It's leading you to emotional fulfillment, but it requires you to have strength to celebrate your victories. You know, it requires you to have strength to go within and celebrate your victories, celebrate your successes. Self-love is coming to mind. You know, needing to know how powerful and magical you are, needing to stand in your authenticity, stand in your power, but also open yourself up to receive, open yourself up to love and to knowing that you have done it, sort of thing, that you are a success. You are magical, you are powerful, you are the Queen of Cups. You can manifest your 10 of Cups, your happily ever after. Okay, it's time to wake up and see how far you've come, see the victories, see how powerful you are, see how much love you hold within you, and stream that out. Okay, so that's so long already, half an hour. I'm sorry I blabbered on for half an hour, but that's the messages that are coming through. And if you're here, then you're meant to hear those messages. I'm not feeling that one just yet. Very guided today is what decks I needed to use when. Okay, so gateway, courage. See, so you're at the gateway, you know, you're at the dragon gateway. You're just about to step into becoming a dragon. And I didn't talk about what dragons represent. Okay, so dragons representing strength, power, wealth, wisdom. Okay, so, and you know, rarity. You know, you have gone from the fish, you know, to become the rarity, the dragon. You know, fish, there's a lot of fish everywhere, okay, but there's not many dragons, yeah? So, okay, but needing courage, okay, to become the dragon, to step through the gateway. And I think to embody the dragon, to know your authenticity, to know you're honest, to know you're loyal, to know you're, you know, to celebrate yourself, to know who you are. Flexibility, okay? So you may need to be flexible. You may need to bend before you break, okay? Bend and not break. You know, you have powerful allies, though, helping you. You have the tiger here, okay? Calling you. I'm getting your spirit guides, your spirit animals are calling you forth, calling you into this new beginning. If only you'd listen, I just heard. Okay, so simplicity. Keep things simple, stupid, is what I always get from that. I'm getting that angels are here with you, though. You may be seeing white feathers. Okay, security. Leading you to a simple life, a secure life, an abundant life, a life connected to the stars, connected to the divine, connected to your passions. But you need patience. You need to get through this cycle first. You need to learn these life lessons first. You need to go within. Okay. Meditate, ground, center. Okay, all things are interconnected. Feel the deep peace and sense of connection that results from this knowledge. Knowing that you're abundant, knowing that you're powerful. Okay, knowing that you are connected. Okay. The earth. Ground in peace. Ground in the knowledge of peace, of harmony, of stillness. Okay, on the bottom we have Merlin. So Merlin may be significant because I saw Merlin on the TV the other night. 19, love yourself just as you are. You're amazing. And by opening yourself up to all your different lives, you will become the sum of them. Okay, so I'm getting that you could have had a past life with Merlin. Okay, in that era of Merlin the Great, of Avalon. I can't think of what else I was going to say. Okay, so 19 could be significant. I also saw 22 when I was doing the pre-shuffle. 8s. What else do we have? We have 32, which is 5. We have 25, which is 7. We have 37, which is 10. Yeah, 22, 8, 10. So you may be seeing 10, 10. And what is that one? 31, 4s. Okay. Okay, well, that was going to be the last one. Okay. We'll just get the tea. Love song. Okay. Let love's melody inspire your dance together. Love song. Harmony, rhythm, in sync. I'm getting from this that you're in sync with your heart, what your heart desires, the song of your heart, listening to the song of your heart, listening to love's melody, listening to where your heart's leading you, okay? Leading you to harmony. Okay, being in tune with each other and getting along. Good rapport, easy going. Okay, or maybe there's a love here that is going to inspire you both to love, to be in harmony, to get along. Like I'm getting whatever this love is, whether it's actually a person or it's like a heart passion, is going to be easy. You're going to get along easy. Things are going to be easy. Okay, what connecting on a deeper level or complex feelings. Okay, heartfelt connections. So a heartfelt connection may be coming in. So maybe you're already in a relationship and you're going to be flowing together. Things are going to be a lot easier now. You're going to be flowing and creating together. Or this may be a love that's coming in, or this could be you and your passions. Lift each other up during high and low times. Okay, graceful dance. Okay, so maybe inspire, hold footing. This dancing together. Dancing to love's melody. Dancing, going with the flow, through good times and bad times. They're going to be easy now. And things, maybe you're getting more in depth in your communication in your relationship. Distracted or filling life with other things. But be aware that you're not distracted and filling life with other things. You're not going, doing the day-to-day thing. look forward, dating. So that, you know, so we did talk about you could be a country and western singer. So you could also write sheet music. That could be your love. That's going to flow smoothly now and be in harmony. Maybe you're a dancer, and you know, this is going to bring you harmony and grace. Okay, but there's a need to celebrate. Okay, taking time to appreciate the good things. Happy days, partying, celebrating self, celebrating your love together, celebrating this love, celebrating whatever love it is for you. Okay, celebrating yourself. Okay, so not to blabber on, but I am getting, you know, I think you should be celebrating the fact that you are now in sync with your heart and you're flowing with harmony and you're getting to the deep root of what it is that makes you happy, what it is that fills you up and brings you joy. Okay, so we have confirmation. Okay, for your solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire and willpower. So that's getting upgraded right now. Okay, so you may notice that you mean being more creative, that you're more, you know, that you like this energy, the Queen of Fire, Queen of Swords. Sorry, so maybe you're fire sign too. So Aries, Leo, Sag, or you could be an air sign, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, not Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Aries could be significant because I said that twice. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. So there's a cycle ending and you may be receiving new information. You might see this energetic shift, that things now become more harmonious in a relationship, or more harmonious within yourself, within your passionate endeavours. Venusian galactic council star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. Okay, so you're being called to service. Okay, called to shine your light. Okay, time to connect with the Venusian Council, Galactic Council. Time to connect with your ancestors. Time to connect with the divine to find your way forward. Okay, and the sword of clarity on the bottom. Okay, sword of light, divine protection, cut cords, breakthrough energy. So there may be this information, this new information that's coming in may allow you to cut cords or show you that you need to cut cords with someone. But you are protected, okay? But there is a breakthrough coming. Time. Time is of the essence. Keeping up, immense effort. Advance, immense effort. Okay, so you have put in immense effort, immense time into your growth, into your expansion. Sorry, throat chakra. Uncertainty, choose who you will become. Okay, it's your choice, the cogs here. Cogs are in the work, it's in the works. Okay, so maybe you're already thinking about this or already contemplating your next move, but please do connect because you're working with the divine now in divine flow, so you need to work with the divine. Blue eyes are standing out again. So there's something about blue eyes. Blue eyes again. Okay. Shine bright like a candle. Candles did come out. Oh, my candle's gone out. That's how long I've been talking for. You will make it through this. Okay. So maybe you feel like your candle's gone out. You're feeling lackluster. But you will make it through. You will find your inspiration. You will find your love. You will find harmony. And you will celebrate. All in the golden afternoon, inspiration, creative spark, imagination and conception. Yeah, this is what's coming in with this solar plexus upgrade. Okay, I'm just going to get some chakra cards. I forget what these are called, sorry. Okay, the path to light. Okay, throat chakra. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strength by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. So yeah, it may be, a mindset that needs to change, working through the mind, working through shining your gifts, being seen. Okay. Okay, trust. Needing to trust. I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. So, yeah, you may be going through something right now that is there for a reason to help you grow. Okay, just needing to trust right now. Shining light. My desire to improve myself, transform fear into strength. I raise my thoughts above doubt and find faith in the goodness of the universe. I love and accept myself as a soul, and I discover the light that dwells within me. Okay, and then we have everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. Okay, so you're definitely working on yourself right now. Definitely working on the solar plexus, the sacral. Okay. And maybe even throat chakra, speaking your truth, speaking your I am affirmations, speaking, saying what is good for you, okay? What it is you allow. Okay, and I'm going to leave it there because I've been talking long enough and it's already 47 minutes. I hope this reading has brought you clarity, has shown you a way forward, has taught you to, has shown you what you need, how far you've come, how selfless and devoted you've been, that you need, and that it's time to see how beautiful you are, and to stand up, to step into your leadership, and to shine your light, and discover and go within to work on the emotions, and to discover what path it is you need to go forward with. Okay? All right, and I will leave it there, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.